What's going on, guys? My name is Parker and we are back with another video for the Official Whiskey channel. Before I begin, I want to thank two big sponsors of the channel, Graybeard Ammo out of Conway, Arkansas, and Toxic Tactical Outfitters out of Cabot, Arkansas. Their continuation and the support of this channel is greatly appreciated. Special thanks to Bondoc Productions for the filming of these videos, and a huge thank you to everyone who liked, commented, subscribed, shared, everyone for continuing to build this channel, because without you guys, I wouldn't be anything. So with that being said, let's get started. So what I have with me here today is the SOCOM 16. This is one of my favorite rifles, one I wanted to actually shoot for a long time, and so a little biased, but not a whole lot. So with that being said, I'm actually gonna grab the rifle. With this rifle, and something that may not be known to a whole lot of people, and I was actually educated on it, is this rifle can take 7.62 by 5.1 and 308. It is a dual chambered rifle, right? So the SOCOM 16 was introduced in 2004 by Springfield Armory. This rifle, though, is pretty interesting. So the fact that it can shoot 7.62 by 5.1 and 308 just absolutely blew me away. Now let's talk about the way you have to load this, because now they're box mags, right? Now I can't exactly show you how the mags go in, but if you shot any type of AK or anything, you would know what I'm talking about. So you're going to have to tilt it or cant the magazine a little bit, and when you're loading it in, I would definitely do the pull test to make sure that it's actually seated properly. With that, your safety is actually right here next to your trigger wheel, right? So with that being said, this rifle in particular was modeled after the M14, right? Now it has a forward scout Picatinny railing if you wanted to put any type of optic on it. But honestly, if you're someone who likes to shoot iron sights, these aren't too terribly bad. This rifle is 8 pounds 75 ounces, right? So that doesn't sound like a lot, but I promise you, man, you took this thing around all day, it's gonna get some weight, and that doesn't even include ammo or anything else that you're toting, right? So, and in my honest opinion, man, it's a heavy hitter. When you're talking about shooting 308 rounds or 7.62 by 5.1 rounds, you're gonna have some blowback. So I would definitely be prepared for that without trying to psych yourself out, because it's an amazing rifle, right? So extremely accurate, and just overall, like a rifle that I would personally take anywhere. So especially for certain missions that you may need. So with this rifle, I would definitely say that some of the pros would be the fact that it does in fact chamber 7.62 by 5.1 rounds and 308 rounds. I think that's super versatile. I think that, you know, those two rounds are very common. So when you're talking about the fact that it can chamber both, I think that that's a good pro thing to have. Now, the weight of this rifle is a little over 8 pounds. So honestly, if you were to carry it on a sling, maybe that would be a pro. I could see that also being a con. I mean, when you're toting this thing around, it could get heavy, but it's also a bulky gun that probably isn't afraid of getting dinged up a little bit. Now, when you're talking about range, the fact that this has, you know, besides the ammo, it has a max effective range of 400 yards. Now with that, with it being a short to mid-range rifle, there are of course going to be better rifles, and there's going to be rifles that don't stand a light next to this one. It's just all about preference. So when you're talking about this rifle in particular, it has pros, it has cons, and I think truly, if you prefer to have a rifle that's going to be reliable, that's not going to jam, and that's also going to carry two different forms of ammunition for you, I think it's a pretty good rifle to have ultimately. So now with that being said, I'm going to first demonstrate the way that this rifle can handle 308 rounds. So I'm going to start out by shooting the 308 rounds. So let's have some fun. So when I want to get into this, I do kind of want to show trigger pull. So if you'll come a little bit closer, you'll see exactly how this operates. So if you look closely, I kind of want to get into the trigger squeeze a little bit, because without getting into the specs very much, I just want to show y'all that it's not that difficult of a squeeze. So pay attention. Let me get locked in here. I'm just gonna squeeze the trigger and allow you to view the reset. Right? So they follow through reset. Pretty audible. And ultimately it's not a very tough trigger. So I think if you are one that maybe struggles with anticipating the shot, there's not a whole lot of play in it. So then I'm gonna keep shooting. So check this out. This is now the 7.62 by 5.1. So I'm really just gonna see how it compares as far as kick, what it does with the rifle. So let's get started. So right off the bat, I would say there's not a whole lot of difference. You know, even trying to find something, trying to pay attention to the difference, I really can't find any. You know, and there are a lot of similarities in the rounds. Like, I'm not, you know, going to get into the specifics, but the way this rifle handles both rounds is pretty similar. There's going to be some kick because it's a heavier round, but ultimately it's pretty nice. Like I said, you do have to be prepared, but don't be over prepared. Don't anticipate the shot. But as far as follow through, it's great with that, and it's great with chambering. Only thing, and like I said, kind of sort of a con, but I can't show this, but when you load this mag, you may have a little bit of difficulty at first. But if you just try to remember, you're going to feed it in just like you would any AK mag, and just make sure it's seated. Like, pull, you know, take the pull test, and with that, you should be good. Cool. Can't show this part. That was dangerous. Don't shoot fast. Maybe I should say that. Dude, it's a little crazy. All right, so upon shooting this rifle with both of the ammo, at first it ran a little bit more smoothly. I think that the more rounds we put through it, now it's capable, it's capable of shooting 308 rounds, but I think it mainly ran smoother with the 7.62 rounds. Dude. I don't know what it is, man. So, a couple things upon shooting this, and I don't know specifically, like I was trying to figure it out, but you know, at first I thought maybe the 7.62 rounds ran a little bit smoother than the 308, but then they kind of ran the same. And then I'm gonna have to do a little bit more shooting to figure this out, and maybe it was even the metal mags that we were using. But there were quite a few hangups, and I don't know if that's the rifle, the mags, the ammunition. It could be a multitude of both. I still like this rifle. There are some cons, and I do need to figure out maybe if I ran different mags or different ammo, or kind of changed up some of the way that I'm running it. Maybe it'll be a little bit more smoother this next time. So I'm gonna go try to test a couple more things out, but we'll see you at the next one. Ah! How long do they play this mess?